You're listening to the Dash Action Podcast, Campaign 1, The Tales of Betshal. Dash Action is a real play tabletop adventure comedy podcast. It is not suitable for tiny children and their feeble, inferior brains.
Welcome back to Betshal, weary travelers. I'm your DM, or Divergence Mitigator, Lewis Power, joined for this session by versions of our players from alternate timelines across the multiverse. From a world of sentient vegetables, it's Gord, the Grundy.
I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting that one. Hi, I play Tarun, who has, once again, probably found himself a little over his head, stuck in someone else's body, in someone else's castle, trying to steal back someone else's relic. It's just a Tuesday.
Straight from a dystopian cyberpunk universe, it's Benny X Simpson.
Moss is just being in whoever's body this is. He's just owning it. This is feels like he's walking a mile in someone else's shoes, but he really knows these shoes.
Indeed, yeah. From the rootinest, tootinest Wild West universe, it's Jesse the Kid, Darcy Whiteley.
It's the accent for me. I play Rhey, the rock gnome fighter. And along with the fellas, she has found herself in a realm where she's got a green tinge to her skin. There's claws, there's armor, which she's very familiar with, but she's not entirely sure what's happening in this realm.
I don't think anybody is. And you'd be forgiven for not knowing what the hell's going on. So let's do a recap. Last time on Tales of Betshal, the team entered the next chamber of the tomb of Eamon Kain after proving themselves against the ghostly knight known only as Naughty Tallfellow. They found a large steel door with an intricate keyhole and were scanned by an orb in the center of the ceiling. 3 mirror-like surfaces then appeared on the wall in front of them, in which they could only see their own reflection. Moskrow put his finger up to the mirror and it went through. After some discussion, they tied a rope around Moskrow and he stepped through the mirror. The rope then fell to the ground, and the others decided they would all have to go in their respective mirrors, and they also stepped through. Each of them were whisked away into another world. Tarun awoke in a carriage with 2 other gentlemen, and they were planning to infiltrate the palace of a rich king on his name day to steal back their village's religious idol. He discussed the plan with them, making sure that they knew the plan by asking them what the hell it was. They infiltrated the palace through the back door, through great deception, went in upon a crazy party. There was a tiger baboon.
I forgot about the tiger baboon.
There was all manner of festivities. Taryn's friend Coop, who was dressed as a guard to help them get in, was accosted by some other guards and told to come with them in an emergency, whilst Doolin and Taryn prepared to head up the stairs and find the idol, which was reportedly in the room of the prince, who was known to be somewhat of a sicko. Rhey was transported into a gladiator's arena, where she met a tall, bald half-orc that she dubbed Tony, and they were abused by a wispy-haired half-elf with a glaive. Then the doors opened and they entered into the battle arena. Rhey came across a direwolf in a cage and decided to release it. They formed a little bit of a connection before it ran away, with the ground around them shooting up in these hexagonal stones that were made up the floor of the arena, as they saw other figures emerging from doors around the outside of the arena. And Moskrow woke up in the body of a dwarf at a campfire with a obnoxious tiefling that was swindling villagers as they traveled through. After some discussion at the campfire about their previous trips to villages and the tiefling wanting more pomp and circumstance from Moskrow, the next morning they headed into town. Moskrow on his trusty donkey Jason, and the tiefling Gideon Silverstorm on a heavily regaled horse. They headed into town as Moscrow did an amazing introduction and announced the arrival of the pair. The townsfolk gathered round in amazement when Gideon Silverstorm rode off to set up his makeshift green room. A young girl approached Moscrow and said that the troll that Gideon had sworn to slain in one of the previous towns was still alive and wreaking havoc on the village. She was overcome by some form of possession, eyes glowing. Her voice doubled. She spoke of the deceiver and the death of Gideon Silverstorm. And also, after coming to, she spoke of something in the cave near the river that was corrupting the mines and the water around. At the end of the episode, each one of our players felt a pulse through their consciousness. A pulse driving them to action to gain the relic, the idol, and Rhey to gain revenge on a character that had put flame to her goblin village and killed many of her comrades. They were starting to lose grip on reality, but forced themselves to stay true to the mission, and that is where we left things off. So now, each one of you recovers from that pulse of energy that you felt in your respective realms. You gain a grip again on who you are. You have flashes of your other teammates and the real world, the Betshal, but you realize you must go on and that this is a challenge. And we'll cut first back to Rhey.
Fuck. Hello.
Raytoon's not here right now.
My balls will drop soon.
Rhey, you're in this gigantic coliseum, the crowd around you calling for blood. You see the huge hexagonal stone columns that make up the floor just shooting up into the air randomly. You and Tony decided to leg it before stopping to release the direwolf. Tony goes, "What are you doing? Come on! We gotta get to the middle before we're trapped down here."
When you say the stones are coming up, are they completely being shot out of the ground, or are they just kind of becoming pillars?
Yeah, exactly. They're becoming pillars. They're raising up out of the ground. It appears like eventually all of the stones, as far as you can tell, will be raised.
Interesting. Thus bringing the ground up higher. As a short person, this is important. Okay. Tony's telling me to leg it. We need to get to the middle?
Yeah, Tony goes, "Come on! I think we should get to the middle. We don't want to be stuck on the outside here."
That's a brilliant idea, Tony. Let's get our little legs, my little legs, going as fast as they can to the middle and see what awaits us in the middle, if there's anything that can help us.
You guys start racing through. As you head towards the center, you start to feel rumbling under your feet as the pillar you're on starts to raise up, and Tony's on the next one, which has started raising up a few seconds before that. Make an athletics check for me.
It's not super. Okay, that's a 9 plus 3.
Okay, cool. 9 plus 3, so that's a 12. You are able to just jump and hang on to this pillar that Tony's on, and you have to climb up.
Okay, sometimes my athleticism is not amazing. I have little limbs.
You should be used to that.
Yeah.
But Tony reaches over and grabs your forearm. "It's a bit early to be splitting up. We made a promise." And he pulls you up onto the pillar with him as it starts shooting up into the air there.
Oh, thank God, mate. God. And I give like a little knowing nod, like a thank you nod. Okay.
It comes to a stop, and so you're now on this raised pillar, and you see some of the other ones behind you raising up, but they're not all going to the same level, so it creates this sort of uneven battleground. And you can see, you look across the field as one of the pillars raises up. A guy that was trying to jump to another one is bludgeoned by it and thrown off the edge.
Bit graphic.
You hear the Wilhelm scream as he falls to the ground and gets crushed under the weight of his own armor.
Oh no.
The crowd erupts, and Tony goes, "All right, we stick together. We can do this. Look out!" And then make a dexterity check.
Oh my God. Hey, okay. 19 plus 3.
Yeah. You dexed all over that stair.
Dexed so hard.
That's a hard dex. At that word, you jump out of the way, and a spear goes over your head and sticks into the stone in front of you. And you look back, and you see this hobgoblin there, just snarling. "Got our first challenge here. Let's work together. Roll initiative."
Cheeky little bastard.
Get him, Jess. Get him.
Okay. Okay, 16 plus 3.
Ooh, yeah, nice one.
So 19, yes.
Excellent. And Tony also got a 19.
Yeah, he did.
So he's got a +1 for his dex. What's your plus to your dex there?
Oh, the 3? The plus 3?
Yeah, so that means you go first, but I'll just roll for this hobgoblin. He got a natural 1.
Oh, dude, you don't want a natural 1 when you're on top of a tall pillar.
As the old saying goes.
Yeah. You turn around, this spear slams into the ground in front of you, and you turn around and he goes,
Oh shit, why did I throw that? Now I have no spear.
and then he goes,
Yes, that was meant to kill you.
he pulls out a short blade.
Only one of us can make it out of this alive. Come here.
But you are up first.
Yes.
So you see this hobgoblin in shambled armor, and he's got like this pointy ears and long ragged hair, and he's just snarling there, foaming at the mouth, and he's there going,
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you for the honor of the Emperor.
Jesus
Kick
Christ.
him in the face!
Fucking wait up, mate. Hey. Okay, how far back is he from me, sorry?
he's about 15 feet. So each one of these hexagonal stones is about 30 feet in diameter.
Oh, okay. So let's go with the thrower to show him how you can actually properly use airborne things. Because apparently he's
Nice.
a bit shit at stuff.
Yeah.
Aww. 5 plus 6. As I was going to attempt to show him how it's done. Two of those. Two of those.
Yeah. So you whip out the dwarven thrower. He ducks under it and he goes,
Not so fast there, little goblin. Try being a hobgoblin. Much better.
and he's laughing to himself. He goes,
That was so good.
Oh, man, don't laugh at your own jokes. That's...
Tony goes, it really was. Yeah, go ahead and make another attack if you like.
Yes, please. I need to hear more one-liners like that. Hey. All right, that's an 18 plus 6.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, you whip out it comes back to your hand, you catch it, spin it around 180 and then throw it back at him at a lower ankle. Go ahead and roll that damage as it whips into his torso.
Oh, man. So 3 plus 5.
Nice one.
Is it?
8 damage as it
Okay.
bludgeons into his torso and groin, and he's there laughing. Oh, so good.
Cut him
Gets
short.
knocked back.
The visual of that is so good.
Mid-sentence, just everything goes out.
Yeah, just chuckling to himself and then gets smacked in the face.
Death.
Tony goes, nice one, I'll follow your lead. Check this out, I picked it up as we were running out. Thought it might be a little bit better than the club. He pulls out a great axe.
Oh, yeah.
Runs up to him and does a big jumping, lunging swing down at him for a big miss, and it slams around beside the hobgoblin.
Oh, man,
And he
Tony.
the anticipation on that.
I'm so nervous, man. And he tries again, and then he wheels it around. He goes, get it together, Tony. This is great. And he swings it up above his head and comes down with a massive slash. Our famous thing that we love so much. He cleaves the hobgoblin in twain.
Yeah, he
Great
did.
axe.
Love a twain.
He goes, oh my God, I think I'm about to throw up.
Nah, mate. You can keep it. That was good. That was impressive.
He does a big swallow. Okay, we're good. All right, this is working out so far. We just got to do that like 100 more times or something.
I love the idea of a half-orc with a weak stomach.
I kind of just want to like pat him on the back, but it would be like just like on his lower tush, essentially. But just be like, you got this, mate. Let's go. You're okay.
Just a bit of an ass slap.
Yeah, a little cheeky ass slap / back slap.
He goes, okay, yeah, you're right. We got this. Let's get to it. He turns around as the sun, is behind his head as he turns. You look over and you see a bunch of little battles happening across this landscape. But one thing catches your eye above all. A familiar figure, a Goliath, a huge warrior is cutting down 2 people across the battlefield. But you see he's got this recognizable gold and silver armor on, like a shoulder pauldron and a big kilt. And you see a flash in your head quickly of this same figure burning down your village and burning your fellow goblins. And you are enraptured by rage. And you feel bloodlust, as goblins do. And you are fixated on this character now. And Tony goes, where do we go next? Come on.
To him, point with this steely resolve in my eyes, just pointing at this huge figure.
As Tony looks over to him, he goes, oh, him? And then this guy cuts diagonally through this little kobold warrior.
Oh, poor Tony's not going to like that. Look away, Tony.
And then he picks it up and throws it off the edge of the arena, and it falls to the ground and starts getting eaten by a few different animals. There's like bears and direwolves down there.
It's just unnecessary. That felt a bit like theatrics, mate. Didn't need to do that. Okay.
And you hear a big howling snarl, and you look down, and one of the creatures eating this kobold is this tiger baboon.
Man, those things are fierce.
They get everywhere too.
Oh.
I mean, they fuck like rabbits, so they're just everywhere now.
And Tony goes, if you say so, I'm with you. And you guys start marching towards this Goliath figure.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Next we recede into the sky and cut into the palace.
Oh, cool.
Tarun.
Hi.
You and Doolin have just decided you're going to find out where this idol is and get it back. At least find out where it is before Doolin goes off to make his big distraction.
Yeah.
You saw the king talking to the prince, who then stormed away in a huff. You head up the stairs to the second balcony. You see ahead of you, down the balcony, there is a couple of guards walking along, just surveying the main floor down there. You see a stairway to your right leading up to the 3rd level. Mm-hmm. And then coming up the stairs from behind you, you hear a couple more guards coming up.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a stealth check if you'd like.
First of all, I'd like to make a perception check just to get get a read on Doolin. I want to know how stealthy he is, whether he needs to lie his way out of this, or if he's actually going to be able to hide. That's a 14 total.
You have that question, and you get flashes of Doolin. And Doolin is Doolin's a fighter.
Yeah.
One of your most trusted allies, and he's on your council in the little village there. He's not someone who strikes you as super stealthy.
Yeah, no, he's clearly someone I brought from muscle.
He's the brawns, not the brains.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, I'll do a stealth check to begin with. Good thing I got a plus 10, huh? That is a 15.
15, okay.
Also, can I just say again, Tarun has a plus 10 to stealth. Isn't that awesome?
It is.
It's what it is.
When he remembers to rob things.
Yeah.
15 on that stealth check there. So you see there's a couple of guards just starting to come up the stairs behind you. There's the other guards further down this balcony that wraps around to the left. They're coming sort of towards your general direction. They're looking down at the main floor right now. There's the stairway up to the right that heads to the 3rd level.
As these guards are coming in, I'm just going to turn to Doolin. Okay, let's get up to the 3rd level. I'll do my disappearing act. Look, you're dressed as a servant. Just act like you're supposed to be here. And then I fade into the wallpaper or something amazing.
Neat party trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Doolin says, all right, yeah. Whatever you say, boss. I'm ready to make the distraction, do whatever's needed. Let's get up to the 3rd level. He's going to make his stealth check there. Doolin got an 8. So you guys are able to slip into the stairwell to the right there. As you say that, you just disappear up the stairs. And Doolin sort of says that and turns around and goes, oh, right, yeah, okay. And goes to run up the stairs. You're hidden in the stairwell between some curtains in a little alcove there.
Yep.
And Doolin comes up and goes, boss, if you're there, I may have been clocked by one of the guards, but I don't think he's he knew it was, like, untoward.
That's all right, man. There's a big party on. There's lots of servants. There's going to be a lot of people that the guards aren't going to recognize. They're going to be looking for anyone out of place, but as long as you look like you're supposed to be there, it's going to be okay. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, all right, let's go. You guys head up to the 3rd level, and when you get up there, you see... So the balcony is a big wrap-around balcony. The center is all empty and looks down into the main floor.
Yep.
You see across from you, on the opposite balcony, is another couple of guards just walking, surveying. Directly to your left and up the hallway a bit is a doorway with 2 guards posted at the doorway. And Dolan goes, I think that's Prince Nance's room.
Yeah, of course it's the one with the guards. Always has to be guards. All right, I guess it's time for your big distraction. I'll hide, and if you can get the guards to leave that room, I'll head on in.
Yeah, it's all going to plan. And then he sort of steps forward and clears his throat. He's like, and then...
Whoa, hang on. I rolled a 12 to hide.
Gonna do what I do best.
You go, hang on. And then he like looks back and you're sort of like trying to duck behind like a little statue.
Let me get into position first.
Okay, all right. Look, sorry. Fucking adrenaline's fucking pumping, man.
It's all good.
All right,
Okay,
all
I'm
right.
in. Go.
And then you hear a commotion downstairs on the main floor. And then you hear, get your hands off me. I'm just another regular guard, I told you. Let go of me, you scoundrels. I didn't do nothing wrong. What is the meaning of this? What are you doing? Jacobson, he came with us to assist with some paupers that were trying to get into the party. But he was acting suspicious and prevented me from cutting one of their heads off clean. So I thought I'd best bring him to you. You hear? All right, let's get to the bottom of this. Bring him to the back room. You get your hands off me. I didn't do nothing wrong. This guy's a fucking bloodthirsty maniac. And Dolan looks at you and goes, we stick to the plan.
Stick to the plan. Do your thing.
Yes, boss. After that, Dolan walks up to the 2 guards and clears his throat and goes, I need to see Prince Nance urgently. And they go, what? Who are you? Prince Nance is not accepting any guests right now. He is otherwise occupied. All right, that's fine. And he turns around to leave, and then he goes, oh, you want to hear a joke? And they go, no. And he goes, well, it's a good one. What's dumber than it is ugly and comes in a pair? What? And he goes, you two. And then smacks their heads together. Fucking suckers. And then jumps off the balcony, grabs onto the tapestry that's going down the 3 levels and starts sliding down with his dagger.
I'm sorry, it's the doinking?
Yeah.
It's the doinking for me.
Taryn's finding it real hard to stay hidden while trying to suppress the laughter.
And they go, insolent fool, after him, now! And they leave and start running down the stairs. And he goes, you're all a bunch of fancy cunts. And everyone sort of starts looking up and he goes, what's going on there? What? Oh my word. And he goes, yeah, fuck you too, lady. And he's sliding down the tapestry and commotion starts erupting in the hall.
Oh, man.
As the guards all start running down the stairs and you see them shouting to each other going, get him, bring me his head.
So now that the hallway is very clear, Taryn's just gonna walk up to the door and start checking with the lock. I thought you were just gonna fake a heart attack or something. I didn't know you were gonna start a war with all the guards. Jeez, well, I mean, it worked, I guess.
Start a war. That's what happens when you doink.
Yeah. So, step one,
doink.
I'm going to check if it's already unlocked.
So the door is in fact locked. So go ahead and make your Thieves' Tools check to go ahead and unlock it.
Excellent. So that is a 10 plus 7, 17.
17. You panic in there for a second as you hear all the commotion and you hear Doolin going, you'll never fucking catch me alive. And after half a minute, you hear it. And the door unlocks.
Oh, thank God. All right, push myself in, I'm going to close the door behind me. Hopefully nobody checks it.
Yeah, you push yourself in, close the door behind you. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me. Renewed.
There it is. You're in dice jail. That's a nat 1.
I'll see myself out.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Shit, boy.
God damn it. All right, nat 1. So back up into what?
You slip through the door, turn around to close the door, and close it so ever so quietly. And you can hear this faint music, and it's only then you realize you've hit something, and you backed in, and you quickly turn around, and you see this bard there with a lute that was strumming some gentle music, and you run into him, and he goes, oh Lord, what's happening? What's happening? And then you hear a voice from further in the chamber goes, Pennyworth, why have you stopped playing?
I'm gonna
Who are you?
I'm gonna do
Who are
a
you?
persuasion check with a dagger. Oh, intimidation check with a dagger.
I'm gonna slit his throat. Is that persuasive enough?
Persuade
Negotiations
the
with a
shit.
lightsaber. I'm going to pull out a dagger, hold it to his throat, and put a finger to my lips. And I've rolled a 4. And my intimidation is not great. It is also a 4.
Okay, that's an 8. So yes, that is an 8.
Yep.
You pull up the dagger and put it up to this bard as he's there going, who are you? What's going on? And you hear, what's happening? And then you hear some whimpering and crying as well. You put your fingers up to your lips and he goes, I did not sign up for this. No, I'm out of here. And he goes, and he just starts freaking out and crying. And you hear him like evacuating his bowels.
Ooh. Okay.
Is that the first pants shit we've had?
I think that might be the first pants shit we've had.
You intimidated the shit out of him.
Yeah. You're so proud of yourself for that one?
Tarun's just a little bit surprised. He didn't think he was that scary. He was like, that wasn't too bad. I've done worse than that.
It didn't have the intended result.
Thinking quick, I'm going to take a quick look around. Is there anything breakable in arm's reach, like a vase or something?
There is, by the front door, there is like a sort of little shelving there with, it does have some plates and vases on it, like decorative stuff.
Yeah, cool. I am going to push something off to smash it and then quickly do a hide check. In the hope that this guy, whatever, has freaked out, run out of the room and broken something on his way out.
Okay, go ahead and make your stealth check.
Okay. My stealth check is an 18.
18. You dip in behind some thick curtains and into a little crevice, and you see this guy freaks out and he's like, this is way too much. This is just too bloody much. And then he runs out the door, leaves his loot there, and you hear slapping footsteps approaching of heavy, wet feet. Make a deception check.
Okay. Oh. Guess who's got advantage on all deception checks? It's this guy.
Boy.
It's this guy.
Yeah.
That is a that is a 16 on the dice. With deception is a 26.
Fucking hell.
God.
6. Okay.
Deceive. Deceive English. Deceiving the shit out of people.
Deceptively hard to say.
Shit out of people.
Deceivingly.
So 26.
26. Excellent. Hidden in your place, you see this grotesque pig of a man approach naked, and he runs up to the door and goes, you cannot get good help anywhere. He sees fecal matter on the ground and a smashed plate. And he goes, well, another head for the chamber. And then you hear this sort of crying and whimpering, and he goes, oh, cut it out. It really has become a bore after this long. And then turns around and goes back to what he was doing, which is where we cut out of this realm and cut back to Moscrow's realm. Moscrow, you're riding Jason through the mud in this village after having just spoken to the girl who had that strange magical occurrence and told you about a relic or item in a cave by the river that was corrupting people that lived down there. And she told you that this troll that had supposedly been slain in one of the previous villages was in fact not slain and went on to kill several people. So you're now on Jason, heading through the mud.
Am I aware? Was I previously aware that Sir Gideon didn't kill the troll, or is this news to me?
Make an insight check.
Oh, well, it's a natural 20, baby, so never you mind.
You, hell yeah, natural 20.
See, you dumb dice? That's in that 20. That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Look at it. Look at it.
Rub its nose.
Rub its nose in the natural book. You were not aware, per se, on a conscious level. However, you know Gideon Silverstorm, and you have been questioning yourself and these practices for the last couple of months. And, you know, at first we're just looking for a good coin and using your skills, but when it's now started impacting people's actual lives and health. And you know, with that natural 20 insight, you look back on Gideon coming back, and actually you have a quick flashback of Gideon coming back in to your campsite. He goes, well, I took care of the troll.
Wow. Like by yourself? That's incredible.
Well, maybe for you, but it's a simple feat for me, my good dwarf.
Wow.
Anyway, we got paid, and that's the big point here, right?
Yeah, I mean, we did the job, we get paid.
Yes, well, we got paid, that's for sure. And then it sort of flashes back to...
Oh, man.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It flashes back to the current moment as you're riding along. You hear, "Eeyaw." And a disapproving Eeyore from Jason, and you have that realization that you probably were aware, but you weren't actively thinking it through, and you chose not to put the two and two together at the time.
Moscow, understanding this, feels pretty shitty about it. As he rides along on Jason, he's just sort of talking to himself. And he's like, I don't know how he said he did it, but he's not. I mean, he doesn't seem like a very strong guy. It's more my bolstering him up. Yeah, I know, Jason. We're almost there.
Don't make me turn this donkey around.
Jason's like, these fucking backseat drivers.
Yeah, and you have these thought processes just sort of starting, you know, whether it's the fact that it's now Moscow inhabiting this sort of situation or whatever's going on, you're sort of, feeling that you're intertwined with this person or spirit that you've inhabited. Yeah, you round a corner through the main courtyard, and you see a bunch of people gathering and nattering to themselves like, oh my god, I heard he brought fresh ham. This is going to be so good. And then another little kid goes, yeah, I hope I get some fresh ham, and also he deals with all the major problems that are in the town.
Moss like puts her hand up to sort of like hide his face a little bit. He's like, oh crap, what have I done?
It's nice to see the youth really taking an interest in political issues.
They fix all of the problems in the whole town. Shit.
And you round through sort of the back, and you find there's already like sort of a stage, whether it's, you know, usually used for a gallows or a town meeting or whatnot, but behind that there's like a canvas tent set up, and you approach the tent, and you hear like some giggling coming from in the tent of like a girl in there like, oh Lord Silverstorm.
I bust open the tent.
Whoa.
Have you never seen these films before? You can't just bust in.
Yeah, no, knock first, man.
Housekeeping.
I can see all the silhouettes. It's
You hear a shriek, and you hear, excuse me, impertinent dwarf. I'm a little busy here.
Sir Gideon, I thought I could talk to you about something really quick.
Well, can it wait? My hands are full, if you can see.
Sure. I'll come back in 5.
5 will be plenty of time. The girl sort of goes, really? Quiet, you.
Enough for twice.
Okay.
And
he leaves the tent.
yeah, excellent. So a few minutes pass, the girl sort of bashfully runs out of the tent and goes, and just disappears. And then
Moss is just like holding a little towel there, but yeah, everyone gets one of these. They're embroidered, whatever.
Just a couple of electrolytes. Do you want this?
Yeah, it's got a big like GS on it for Gideon Silverstorm.
I fucked Sir Gideon Silverstorm, and all I got was this towel. It's a new merch idea, guys.
It's more of a hanky.
yeah, keep your eyes out, guys, for the Gideon Silverstorm hand towel.
In the merch store, yeah. You don't want to wipe your hands on it, though.
Yeah, she runs off, grabs the little hanky off you and runs off.
And then I enter the tent just without knocking or anything.
Yeah, you see Gideon in there getting his armor back on, and he's straightening himself up, and he goes, that was incredibly unfortunate and quite rude of you, if I'm being honest. What on earth has got you all riled up?
Sorry, Sir Gideon. And he hands Gideon one of the hankies as well.
Yeah, you hand Gideon the hand towel, and he immediately starts brutishly just wiping down his crotch.
What a gross little shit.
Let's go do a courtesy wash. Anyway, sorry.
Courtesy wipe. I don't know.
He goes, so, out with it.
So, yeah, you know how you got rid of the troll in the last town?
Yes, what of it?
Well, there might be something not even as dangerous as that to maybe check out in this town. So there was I got stopped by someone earlier, and they were raving on about a cave, and it didn't actually seem that dangerous. So maybe that's something we could go and have a look at, and apparently it's affecting the town. I would like to do like a deception roll.
Yeah, go ahead and make a deception roll for me there.
It's a 10.
I mean, it's his first lie. He's doing all right.
He's just realized he just doesn't really like this guy, so he's like, I want him out of here.
I'll make an insight check for Gideon.
Okay.
Gideon goes, Dwarf, let me put it to you this way. You are too thick of skull to lie to me, okay? I appreciate that you tried to work some finesse in there, but you're bullshitting me right now, and I don't appreciate it. What is going on?
There was a really attractive girl down there as well.
Right.
Should we go?
Let's make this clear. If the purse is right and the job is easy enough, I, Sir Gideon Silverstorm, will see what can be done with said interference. But for you to presume you can come to me with lies and you're trying to manipulate me, dwarf. This is not how our relationship works. You are an underling. I am your better. I thought this was known.
And Moskro grabs him by the chest plate and pulls his head in close to him and says, listen here, dickhead. We're going to the cave. I know you didn't take that troll out. You're going to make up for it now.
Okay, make an intimidation check with advantage.
I love Mossy when he gets fucking
great.
hard.
He's just like channeling this dwarf fella, I guess.
He's got his like hero serum or whatever. Like this little
So
butt chin.
15.
15. Okay, I'll make a quick check here. Nice. So that was a 7 for Gideon. So he goes, what? And he grabs your hand and he goes, unhand me. What's gotten into you, dwarf?
And he pulls him closer so their foreheads are pressing. Get ready to go.
Okay. Unhand me. All right, we'll do it. We'll do what you say.
And he releases him.
And he falls back on his ass into the mud.
I'll be waiting just outside.
Yeah, excellent. He clambers back as you say that, and he goes, okay, all right. I said, calm yourself down. I'll be right out, okay? I promise you, on my honor.
Yes, well, we'll see. And Mossy steps outside and he vomits.
Like a sweaty mess just crumples.
Oh, that's so good. You step outside and vomit, and you're
quietly, so Gideon doesn't.
Covers it with dirt.
Stealthily.
Stealth check for the vomit.
Wow, I thought Tarun was the actor. No, Tarun's got nothing.
Yeah, like I said, he's just channeling this dwarf fella. He seems like a tough guy.
Leaning into it.
you're wiping your chunks out of your beard, and
Yeah, Moss doesn't have one, so he's like, this is new. Ew.
Oh, this is itchy.
go ahead and make a perception roll.
Okay. 15.
15. Okay. I'm going to make a quick check here. Okay. With a 15, you hear the sound of canvas being cut, and
I run into the tent.
We have learnt nothing.
you see Gideon Silverstorm cutting open the back of the tent and running towards his horse.
Ah, shit. I'm going to chase him.
Yes.
You catch up with him, and
What sort of, like, weapons or anything do I have? Just I've got my regular sort of stuff.
yeah, you got all the same stuff there.
Yep. Cool.
So if you give chase to him, and in his plate armor and in the mud, you are able to catch up with him as he reaches his horse.
Excellent. I'm going to grab him and sort of... Is he quite a bit taller than me?
Yeah. He's regular. He's probably about 5'10", but
Okay.
Yeah, still a good foot or so higher than you.
Cool. I'm going to run over and put my arm like around his waist and then just start yelling, "People of Dinkleton, come gather round!"
And he's like, get off! No! Get off!
Are people coming?
Make a, people are starting. People hear that and do start to come. Just make a strength check for me.
Oh, that's nice. Hang on. Where is my strength? Oh, fuck. -1.
Oh, what?
But that's 18 total.
Oh.
Oh, okay. All right.
I rolled a 19 and it's -1.
What a fucking
Nice.
roller coaster
Right?
that was.
Wow.
Yeah, this Gideon gets a 7. So you grab him around the waist and say that, and he's like, "Get off me, dwarf! Get off me! No! Do not do this! Do not do this! We'll change the split. We'll change the split. 60-40 your way. No!
It's too late for that. Everybody! Gideon has just announced he will be going down to the river, to the cave, to see what ails this town."
Oh, he's gonna clear out the cave.
What did everybody
Really?
Yeah. It's the middle of the night. Why would you do it now? That's the most dangerous time.
Oh, he must be that brave.
He said he was going to go right now.
Whoa! Yeah!
And I squeeze him a bit tighter.
Gideon!
And then is he holding on to his horse?
Is that a euphemism?
No, because he's like near the horse, right? Or I caught him before that.
He was holding onto his horse, yeah.
Okay, I smack the horse on the ass, so it runs away.
Yeah, the horse runs away. People start gathering around. He falls to the ground and then quickly gets himself up with much effort and stops squabbling with you.
And
As soon as people start coming around, and he goes, "Yes, well, I thought it due time. This town needs a savior, and the gods have brought one upon your doorstep. So me and my helpful bard here are going to save this town. We're going to head there right now.
And Moss takes out his moon sickle and holds it up in the air. To the cave!
Yeah.
And gives him a nice squeeze around the waist.
Excellent. Yeah, you to the caves, and then he goes, exactly, yes, and he sort of shoots daggers at you in his eyes, and the crowd goes wild and goes, yeah, he's really gonna do it. Oh my god! And then one guy like bends down to his son and goes, you see, Jacob, men like Gideon Silverstorm don't come around every so often. This is a once in a millennium type man. True hero.
And then and Moss says, people of Dinkleton, direct us to the cave. So they sort of like follow him to the edge of town or something.
Let's go see them off. Yeah.
They're all like dancing along, like kids are dancing around the horse and stuff, and he's like just there with chagrin being like, oh, you little... And you shoot him a look from that intimidation, and he goes, yes, good people, your troubles are over now. Show us to the caves. Damn it. And then the whole crowd that was there starts ushering you along and goes, right this way, get in. And running along, you start heading out to the outskirts of town. We cut back to Rhey. Rhey, as this landscape sort of is changing around you, you see battles happening in the distance, people getting thrown off the edge, the crowd is going wild, but you have tunnel vision on this Goliath figure who burnt down your village with a troop of men and killed so many of your fellow goblins. You're just walking, storming up towards him. You see as he finishes slaying another combatant, he holds him up and the crowd goes wild, and then he's like brings him down over his knee and snaps his spine.
Oh, whoa.
No, it'll buff out. He'll be fine.
Throws him off the edge.
Okay, maybe not.
Throwing his arms up to the crowd, riling them up, and sort of turns casually and spots you and Tony walking towards him, and then he gets a glint in his eye and a big smile, and he shouts over the field, I remember you, if it isn't the little wolf that ran away. Time to tie up some loose ends. And Tony goes, you sure about this, boss?
Yeah, and just with this, again, with like this steely conviction, I don't take my focus off this huge warrior guy, and I'm just like, yep.
You march forward, at first just sort of power walking forward, and then you just, without it being able to help it, you just break into a slow jog at first, and then just start building up momentum as he sees that and goes, well, let's get it done then, and then starts staunching towards you. Let's go ahead and roll initiative again as the crowd erupts. Another person falls from the pillars.
Oh, that was a 20.
Ooh, yeah.
23.
23.
Damn.
Excellent.
It's a shame that was the initiative roll.
Hey, 20's a 20.
Yeah,
That's
20
just-
is 20.
Do you like my underwhelming, just every time I roll a 20, I'm like, oh, it's a 20. And then I got a...
20 on initiative is good.
That's true.
It is going first is big. And so we got Rhey first. You break into a sprint, your wolf cloak flowing in the wind. You pull out one of your weapons and start sprinting towards this guy as he starts to break into a jog, and he screams out, and you guys come forward, and as he gets closer and closer, this guy's 8 foot tall.
Oh, fuck.
Massive bald guy with tribal tattoos all across his head and arms. And you see as he runs towards you, he pulls off his back a familiar weapon that you know as a glaive.
Glaive?
I think it might be a glaive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm referencing the joke from last
Glave.
episode.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Remember that in joke? Ha ha ha.
Oh, I missed it. Ha ha ha.
We get jokes. Ah, yes. He pulls out his glaive / galavo.
He pulls out his glaive and screams. You see spittle coming from his mouth, his eyes going bloodthirsty, and you guys run into clash, but you are up first. What do you do?
I'm going to use my great axes. If I can.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I would almost like to parkour off Tony.
Oh,
And get a bit of height on old mate Huge Warrior Man. And yeah, come at him with my axes. Great axes.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you can. I'll allow that. You can definitely shoot a look to Tony, and he goes, I got you. And then you sort of jump. He puts his hands under your foot and launches you up towards him with the two great axes swinging out in front of you. Go ahead and make your 2 attacks.
Oh no. So my total will be 15.
15 for the first one will not hit. Go ahead and roll the second one.
I don't want to play anymore.
oh, what is that?
That's a 2.
Oh, well done.
2 plus 8.
2 plus 8 is
10. That was so cinematic and theatrical.
Yeah.
That build up.
in my head. You had the classic Marvel, like two people running at each other.
You still do. You run up, launched off Tony, bring the great axes down, and they clash in as he brings up his glaive and catches the 2 great axes just in time. And with the strength of the hits, they push down, and one of them sort of almost starts embedding into his forehead. And you see his teeth like grinding, his eyes going bloodshot, his veins in his neck bulging as you hook these great axes into the glaive and then sort of wrench them down as you come to the ground, which sort of brings him off balance, and he stumbles backwards for a second. He goes, okay, we've come to play. Well, let's do it then. He's going to wheel around the glaive behind him and in a swooping arc going to bring it down for 2 attacks on you. First one is 21 to hit.
Holy
And
moly.
the second one is a 17 to hit.
All right, guys.
Both of those swing into you as he whips it around twice in this whirlwind motion, dealing
I hate it when you pause.
21 damage.
No, it's good. You've got us fucking...
Oh, that's a big hit.
So I'm taking 21 damage off.
Yeah.
Off my 30.
Yeah, well, I mean, don't take a hit like that again.
All right, it hurts. Oh my god, I have single digits. Carry on.
Yeah, there's a big, big chap. He is a naughty bald fellow. Wheels it around to you. You sort of duck down to get out of the way. It cuts into one of your shoulders. He wheels it back and into your ribs, hitting your breastplate, denting, dealing huge damage there. Tony screams out from behind. He goes, hell no, boss, I'm coming. And he runs in, jumps over you, and slams down towards this Goliath with 2 big great axe attacks. One of them being a 20 to hit and one of them being a 9. So one hits. He strikes in, dealing him 9 damage at first. And then the guy goes, pitiful fool. And Tony goes, I'm not done yet. And he's going to action surge and take 2 more attacks at him.
Yes.
Go, Tone.
Yeah.
I've taught him well.
He's such a gentle soul, but he brings it when he needs to.
I know, I've always said that about Tony.
Both of those hits land true, dealing
400 damage?
Close.
dealing 18 damage, so bringing the total to 27 as Tony jumps over you, seeing you brought down, just in a whirlwind of the great axe, just slashing into this guy, going, we're sticking together, you can't stop us, you bold fool, and deals 27 damage to the Goliath, who reels. The blood starts spurting out of his wounds there, and he falls to one knee and raises his head and goes, oh, I love this. I live this. And stands up tall, towering over both of you. Your turn, Rhey. The crowd is going absolutely fucking wild. One other combatant stops to look over and goes, whoa, and then his head gets chopped off by another combatant.
Oh, man. That's on me. Oh, why did he have to stand back? Can he kneel down again? I just really wanted to. I wanted to cut his throat, and I can't do that
Just
when he's
climb
up
up him. Just
You can cut his throat. You can always jump up, like, with your dexterity and...
shimmy up his back. It's playing out of my head. It's probably not going to happen.
they're the best plans.
Start with, I would like to.
I would, yes. I'm hellbent on trying to slice this guy's throat. I'm pretty fucking annoyed right now, to be honest. Didn't like that hit. I'm going to jump off his knee and kind of swing myself around his neck so I'm behind him, holding onto my dagger and holding a dagger to his throat. Can I see how that goes?
Hey, you got to roll for it, so.
You jumped up, swung around behind his neck with
Yeah.
the dagger. You're holding a dagger to his throat.
I'm holding a dagger to his throat. Yeah. I would like to slice his throat. I've got the dagger in hand.
Yeah, go ahead and make the 2 attacks with the dagger.
That was so a 4 + 6.
Hey, getting better.
One roll at a time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what happens at this point? After Tony's sent him reeling, you jump, kick off his knee, jump up and swing around onto his shoulders, put the dagger to his throat, and try and bring it across his throat. However, these Goliaths have tough skin. They are half giant after all, and it sort of catches the blade a bit. It doesn't seem to do any damage. It does draw a little bit of blood. You're now there on his shoulders.
I'm determined to get this guy's throat. Yes. Yeah. I'm going with the dagger. I want it to be personal.
Fair enough.
Hey! All right. That's a 17.
Yeah.
Way
Plus
better.
a 6. 23.
That's definitely going to hit. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
Hell yeah.
4 + 5.
Oh, nice. 9 damage. Excellent. You jump up on his shoulders, you bring the dagger to his neck and start to slice. He tenses his neck. It sort of catches the blade, but you pull your resolve through and dig the dagger into his side of his neck and spring it back towards you, and it does open a huge gash on his neck that starts bleeding out as he grunts. He goes, "Ugh, you little goblin scum."
Yes.
Fuck yes. Yeah, that's all I wanted. Actually, no, I wanted him to die. I'm not gonna lie.
That's the spirit.
Rhey too jumps up. I'm done.
That'll do. I wanted the pure theatrics of all that. Fuck yes. Okay. I'm glad there's some damage done.
The crowd would be going mental.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the crowd is losing their minds at this point, seemingly focused entirely on this battle. And you see another guy over in the distance who's like beating up some Aarakocra eagle person, sort of goes, "Oh, what?" This Goliath puts his hand up to his neck as Tony starts rushing in as well with the great axe again. And he goes, "We got this, boss. We got this." And he's swinging around trying to get you off his neck. In a rage, brings his glaive around and is going to swipe it twice at Tony.
No.
Tony brings his bracer up on his forearm and glances it off, bucks it off to the side. The next attack goes again, wheels around, and Tony ducks under it and completely dodges it and comes back up with a smirk and goes, "We got this, boss. We're getting to him, getting in his mind." The Goliath just screams in a rage, not saying anything. It's just gargling and going, "You scum." And next up, Tony is going to come in at his chest with 2 great axe attacks. The first one, the Goliath catches it and then throws Tony back. As he's being thrown back, he whips it out again and misses and falls to his ass. And Tony sort of starts scrambling to try and get back up. It comes around to you, Rhey, and the Goliath is violently trying to shake you off him. You're on his shoulders with the dagger stabbed into his neck. What do you do now?
I know I'm currently hanging off his neck, but
Yeah.
I am going to take a different tact here. I'm going to climb up on his shoulders and ideally make use of the fact that his neck is already slightly slicey, and take to it with my great axe with a huge swing down. So I'm standing on his shoulders, holding onto his, I don't know, he's under his throat or something, and just raise the great axe up and bring it down onto his neck.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a goblin, like, you can stand on his shoulders like a platform for you, so you can get up there and then bring the great axe down. Make your first attack.
Please, Duck. Ducky, give me good luck. All right, that's a 16 plus 8.
Yes.
24.
That's gonna hit. Hell yeah! Make another attack.
That's another 16.
Shit.
Yes.
Awesome.
24
so
goodness.
that's gonna be 2d12 plus 10.
So 7 and 11 plus the 2 5s of 10. So 18, 28.
28 damage. Yes. So, Rhey, as this goblin, you jump up and slam down this great axe twice into his neck.
And on the back of that, I would like to do an action surge.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll those 2 more attacks on that one.
Okay, that's a 9. 9 plus 8, so 17.
Okay, yes. And go ahead and attack again.
8 plus 8, 16.
So 1 more hit on that. Go ahead and roll another d12 plus 5.
Oh, use your lucky. Re-roll it.
Yeah, you can
And
do
again,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do use my luck point.
Yep.
Terminology.
Let's go.
I don't want to.
You're not gonna?
I've decided I don't want to use my luck.
Good call.
That was a 4. Do I have to roll with that?
I mean, it's just going to be a miss anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you feel like a change in the atmosphere or something, or sort of different, but it has the same result. Go ahead and roll the d12 plus 5 there.
Okay. 9 plus 5, 14.
14. Excellent. So that's what, 42 damage
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
Does he still exist?
He's got not a lot of neck left.
with the dagger still sticking out of his neck. You let go of it, grab your great axe, jump up further onto his shoulders and bring the great axe down after a few mighty strokes. With the bloodlust of a goblin running through your body, all of a sudden the crowd's noise drowns out, everything goes silent. Tony's face disappears and all you see is the blood of this foe that killed most of your clan as his head leaves his body and falls to the ground.
Woo!
Thank God.
Yes.
Holy cow.
The crowd erupts into the most insane noise you've ever heard as the vision and sound comes back to you, and you stand victorious.
That goblin fucking killed him.
Yeah!
Wow. Just say that little fucking goblin. You see that little guy?
And you ride his body as it falls to the ground, and something clangs out onto the ground. This precious metal item falls to the ground. You have a flash of the chamber and the challenge, and that item sits in front of you. What do you do now?
Oh, I would like to inspect this metal item. Pick it up. Yep.
You pick it up.
Yeah. I want to see what is on it.
Even as you pick it up, the vision of you as a goblin, your goblin hand starts quickly flashing between itself and Rhey Toon's hand. And then you look at Tony, he goes, "We're in this together, right, boss? That was amazing." And the noise starts echoing and starts changing, and he's flashing, and you just start to see starlight.
Oh my God.
And we'll cut back now to Tarun.
I'm gonna miss Tony. I'm like,
He's been really handy.
felt like I went on a full adventure with him, and now, yeah.
Now you're stuck with Dawn and old mate.
And Coop.
Coop.
Good old
That's it.
Coop.
Tarun, you hear the noise of this prince head back to whatever he was doing, and you hear him going, "I told you to be quiet." And you hear the sound of steel cutting into flesh and a cry.
Well, that's a bit gross.
All of a sudden, you hear a loud shriek from this other person in the chamber, and he goes, "No one's coming for you, my dearest. Scream all you like." This is my father's name day after all. You're hidden in there, and you hear this thrumming noise. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Cool. So 18.
18. You peek out from behind your hiding place there, and you see this fat, grotesque prince, naked, abusing this poor slave girl. You also see, with an 18, your idol, the village idol, resting around his neck on a chain.
Oh, man, it's...
That's where we keep all the idols.
Yeah. That's literally the sound that Tarun makes. Oh, man. All right. With an 18, I think there's only one way out of this, and I'm going to need a piece of fruit. Is there any fruit bowls in the prince's room? Are there any food items anywhere?
There is a table off to the side towards where they are. They have sort of... he has open curtains into his bed chamber, but there is a table with all half-eaten turkey legs and fruit and wine on the side there.
All right. I'm gonna do some stealthy movement, and I'm gonna try and get to that table, and I need an apple. I'm going to need an apple.
Are you MacGyvering something?
No.
Okay.
Because that would be cooler. All right, we're doing some stealthing. 22. Yes.
Yeah.
22. Excellent. You are able to silently move in the shadows over to the table. You find an apple quickly. That 22 is staying with you now, so you have not been noticed.
Excellent. Don't worry, I'm about to break that. So I am going to take out the frost brand. I'm going to hold it sort of lazily. I'm going to lean up against the table, and I'm going to take the loudest crunch of that apple that you can possibly take.
Hell yeah.
So casual.
Fucking awesome. Hell yeah.
So he goes, "What the fuck's going on here, mate? That's just weird. What are you into?
What are you doing in here?
What am I doing in here? What are you doing in here? Like, clearly you don't want anyone to see all of this mess. Fucking hell.
This is my prerogative.
Is this consensual? Is she into this? I don't think, like, she doesn't look like she's into this. You look like you're too into this. I take another bite out of the apple.
He's flustered, and make an intimidation roll with advantage.
Yes, please.
Now I just want an apple. A non-flowery apple.
Intimidation with advantage. All right, here we go. Oh, man, that's only a 15.
Aww.
A 15?
15 total, yeah.
Okay,
Might be
cool.
all right.
All right. He is ultimately startled and wheels back and goes, "What are you doing in here, knave? I'll have your head. I am your prince." And the girl sort of, he lets go of her and stands back, and she darts off and runs out. And he goes, "Guards, guards!" He's sort of clamoring there, sweating, his jowls are shaking. And he goes, You can't do this. You can't come into the prince's room. I am your ruler."
That's true. You are my ruler. And like, what did you say? This is the king's name day? Is that what was going on? What is the name? You're like, I don't even pay attention. Like, who's the fucking king? What's his name? I don't even know. What is this kingdom? Can you what are you, mate?
"You insolent fool, you dare talk to the great Prince Nance Pimperfeld like this. On my father, Charles Pimperfeld's name day, we will have you strung up and drawn and quartered. You're nothing but a peasant."
A peasant? A peasant? You think a peasant is standing in your room right now, walked past all of the guards, got up here, is eating from your table? You think I'm a fucking peasant? I'm gonna do this is going to be a bit of a deception check. I'm going for a deception check. If you want me to do intimidation, I'll do intimidation. I am gonna walk up and just grab it off his neck.
Oh, shit.
Absolutely. As he's clamoring and spittling, go ahead and make the deception check.
I haven't seen you so energized in a scenario.
So because
It's D&D, baby.
it is a deception, and I have a advantage on all deception rolls.
Hell yeah.
That, motherfuckers, is a natural fucking 20.
Yeah!
Yes.
Hell yes.
You think I am a peasant? You pig-headed prince of poo. How dare you address me like this and treating your slaves like this? You are not even worthy of the title prince. And I walk up and I snatch the thing off his neck.
Hell yeah, you snatch the thing off his neck. He calls for the guards. You grab the thing off his neck. The room starts to flash in and out. You grab it off his neck and he runs towards the door.
He starts calling for the guards, and I also start calling for the guards.
Hell yeah, you run out there, meet him on the balcony and start calling for the guards as well. The last thing you see as your hand starts flashing in and out between Tarun and the person you're embodying, you see Doolin and Coop on their knees in the center of the main chamber. They see you and they see the prince, they see the idol, and they just smile. And Doolin starts crying with joy as the captain of the guard goes, "Off with their heads," and then it's starlight.
Oh no, bro. Oh. I mean, Tarun definitely had a plan that did not involve those two getting decapitated.
I thought the apple was going in the pig's mouth the whole time.
Nice. Yeah.
I was like, maybe he's going to do it at the last minute, like pull the thing off his neck.
And you just hear this, ha 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 ha, crunch.
Oh man.
You see starlight as we cut now to Moscow. You come to outside the village to an edge of a clearing. The crowd has fallen off mostly. They look up at Gideon and go, "It's in there, Gideon. It's poisoned the waters. People are dying. They're going mad. It's right in there. We know not what holds it in there, but surely you can save us." And he goes, "Well, I certainly can, yes." And he looks down at you, Moscow, and goes, "We together will go into this foreboding dark cave and we will save this village."
Of course, the great knight of Essendale will go into the cave and I will follow to recount his bravery.
And they all cheer. Yeah!
He's going in the cave. Yeah!
Brave hero.
We're gonna get a song.
You guys start walking into the cave, and at the last minute you look back and see the girl on the edge of the crowd just staring at you. You continue walking. You enter into this cave, and there's just an immense eeriness about the cave. The dripping of water and this humming noise. You can sort of hear like these deeper into the cave. You can hear this echoing of this like sort of chanting like Gideon goes, "Okay, now we have a minute of clarity. Look, you take all the money for this one. We'll go our separate ways, okay? Because I don't know if you know this already, but I'm not going to be any good in here. I'm not really a knight. I mean,
well, maybe it's time for you to get some dirt on that sword."
I don't want to.
I sort of like push him ahead of me and poke him in the back with my moon sickle.
Mossy gets some really good lines. Mossy
I write it
within
myself.
You push forward into the cave. The light from the opening leaves. It's just pitch black in there, except for the glow of the moon sickle. And he goes, "Okay, look, whatever we come across in here, you have to be on point because and he starts like crying. He goes, look, Levi, don't do this. You just let me go. Let me go. You'll never see me again. Okay, I can't do this."
Oh, I'm sure you're up for this one. They didn't even say there was anything too scary. I put my hand on his back and cast heroism on him.
Oh, okay. You cast heroism on him, and he sort of dries his eyes and goes, "Okay, look, Okay, look, we'll go in there. Like you said, it's nothing scary. It's just, what is it? It's a fucking symbol poisoning the water or something.
Yeah, it could be some rotting leaves or something. Like, who knows?
It could be a blockage.
It could be.
Well, yeah, it could be. It could be anything. It could be nothing. Yeah, it's probably nothing. It's definitely nothing. All right. Well, let's go and face nothing for money.
That's the spirit.
You guys head in.
I'm actually a little bit worried because if Moscow ever gets any sort of ability to like do mind control, I think he could turn into an evil sack of shit really quickly.
Who knows?
I highly doubt it. You guys head in further into the cave. Gideon quivering slightly less now, emboldened by your spell. Moonsickle glowing in hand. You start to see firelight reflecting off the stone walls of the cave, and the chanting starting to grow a bit louder. Dole shinonare subagarinya. You head around and he goes, wait, stop. There's something there.
What is it?
He goes, look. And he looks around the corner and he goes, look. And you look around and you see a natural stone chamber with several of these robed figures in it. In the center, in a circle, all of them are prostrated before this relic that is sort of, it looks like it is being carved out around the stone. So it's on like a natural stone pillar, but like the stone encompasses it and it's like it's part of it. But it's this like precious metal relic, and they're all bowing before it, worshipping, and there's a few of them sort of pacing around. And he goes, well, what are we supposed to do now?
How many of them did you say there were?
There's 5 of them prostrate in front of the relic.
Yep.
And there's 3 that are pacing around the outside of that circle.
Oh, I reckon we could take them. If we sneak up on the first couple, I mean, they're not even paying attention to us.
So we're gonna kill them?
Well, yeah, that's what and he prods the sword on his hip. He's like, that's what this is for.
And he goes, oh, well, okay. All right, look, I'm feeling pretty brave right now. I don't know why.
You look brave. You look really brave.
Well, thank you. I mean, I always look good, but looking brave is, I practice it, you know.
Ah, it's working.
He's like, you look sick. You got vomit in your beard.
Yeah, I don't know how to clean it
It's
properly.
not mine.
Like those eggs in the beard really bring out your eyes.
He goes, okay.
I don't have a comb or anything. It's maybe you can show me how to clean my beard up after we take these guys out.
Oh, look, after you stop forcing me to do this, I want to see the backside of this place and go home and just go back to being a simple boy in the richest castle in my town.
Yeah, amazing. Let's do that. Well, I mean, you can.
Wait,
yeah.
What? Both of us?
Oh, I don't know. Do you want to hang out after this?
Do you want to get a drink when this is done?
I don't know. I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe we should just
really
take
great
these guys out first.
How do you propose we start? What do I do?
Okay. Well, like, necks are pretty good things to go for. I reckon just big swing into a neck of just the closest guy. But when you do it, don't like yell while you're like running in there or anything, because then they will know.
Oh, but okay. Well, in all my imagined battles, I always yell as I'm approaching.
Yell. Oh, just yell like in your head, you know.
Okay.
But yeah, let's be really sneaky about it.
The chanting intensifies. You hear Rab, and then all of a sudden, from the shadows on the far end of the chamber, another robed figure brings out a young girl.
See, I told you there was a girl in the cave.
You did say that she was quite attractive, but this one is rather homely.
My eyes aren't that good.
They start tying her to the pillar, and the chanting starts intensifying.
Well, I think it's now or never.
Okay.
Yeah, scream in your head.
Should we flip a coin to see who goes first?
No, you go first. Because
What?
I can back you up, so I can watch your back.
Fine. He pulls out his long sword and goes, okay, scream in my head.
Well, there's really not a scratch on that thing, is there?
Oh, yeah, well, it's made by the finest armorers in my city. I mean, do you want to have a look? Look at the pommel. It's got my signet engraved there. Do you see? Do you like that?
Oh, yeah, it is. It is very nice, yeah.
Yeah. Well, look at this part too. It's got the leather wrapping has.
And I put my hand on his back and start pushing him forward.
Make a stealth check for me, Mossy.
God, I wish I was in this fight.
That's a 24, baby.
Yes!
24. Gideon got a natural 20.
Oh, shit.
His innate cowardice allows him to sneak up. He sneaks up right up to one of the guys who stopped pacing there and looking at the girl being tied up. What do you do? Do you wait for him or do you sneak up to another one?
Yeah, I'm going for another one.
Okay, you go both. You sneak up to another one and he sneaks right up behind one and he pulls his sword out and he looks at you and goes, tilts his head to the side and raises an eyebrow like...
I give him a thumbs up.
And he just like doesn't know what to do exactly, so he like pulls his sword up, raises it right up, and then like looks at you as he slowly pierces it down through his spine, like slowly through the length of his whole body. Brings it into this guy.
Is this another Clifton Twain?
Yeah.
Hey!
He's an assassin.
No, like point at the top of where his neck meets his spine, and then just straight through, downwards, vertically through his body. As the guy goes, and he's looking at you, nodding like, "Yes, this is good. Is it?"
And then I like do a little swirling motion with my hands, like, yep, faster. Like,
Drives it down into the guy who lets out a little bit of a.
and then I like give a little hand motion to like go in, like go for another one.
Yeah, as the sound of this girl screaming as she's being tied up, and like the torchlight in there is, you know, everything outside of that circumference is really dark. So he does that awkward, extremely brutal kill. Go ahead now and roll initiative.
Shit. 18.
18. Excellent. So you've got a surprise round as well. That was his part of the surprise round, so now you can do what you would like.
Yeah, I just want to go up to the next closest one, like furthest one away, and yeah, assassinate him, but like a bit quicker.
Yeah, excellent. Well, go ahead and roll an attack with advantage.
Oh, thank God. Because I rolled a 6, but then I rolled a 19.
Nice.
19 plus 8, 27.
Oh, that'll hit. Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage.
D4 plus 6, rolled a 4, so that's 10 damage.
Yes!
10 damage is exactly
10.
what you needed to kill him in one hit.
Oh, okay.
How do you take out this cult member?
I'm just going to grab the moon sickle and like put it at the top of his spine and slowly bring it down.
This works for the other guy, I guess.
And like, but sort of give Gideon a thumbs up at the
Good
same
idea.
time. It's like, yeah, that's good.
As he's moving up to another one, he like gives you a thumbs up and like sort of a vicious smile.
Oh no.
Excellent. So that's the surprise round. Two of the standing ones have been taken out, and
Awesome.
you guys have not been noticed. It is now your turn again. So you've got,
Oh my god.
you have another one about 15 feet away from you, around the outside. You've got the
5, and then one more brought the girl in?
one more brought the girl in. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll go for the other one, like 15 feet away on the outside.
Yeah, you can wheel around to that one, and there's another one that Gideon is going up towards.
Cool. That's a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
That's 7 damage.
7 damage. So you sling you try to put the moon skull through the top of his spine again, and it sort of like catches, and it doesn't. And he goes, "Ow!" and it goes, "Interlopers!" and Gideon goes, "What? No, you're supposed to be quiet." And
and as a bonus action, I give Gideon bardic inspiration.
oh, nice. What do you say for a bardic?
Take him out, man. You're doing really well.
Okay, let's do it, little friend. The two that are circling become aware. The ones on the ground don't interrupt their chanting. The one tying the girl sort of looks at you both, panicked, and is like trying to finish off tying her up. The one that you're attacking, Moscow, turns around, pulls out a little club, and goes ahead and makes an attack at you there. And that's going to be a 15 to hit.
Oh, that misses.
Yes.
He swings at you, you duck under it, and he sort of leans forward and goes, "You interlopers, you will not disrupt the ritual." And he steps back ready to engage you. The other one turns around and catches Gideon in the act of trying to put a sword down his spine. And he is,
if it ain't broke.
he's going to make an attack on him with the club. For a 10 to hit, which will not hit Gideon. So he swings at Gideon, who wheels back and goes, "Oh, no, that looks filthy." Gideon is then going to make an attack with his long sword.
Hell yeah.
Isn't that what you interrupted him doing?
Wow. Wow, Jess.
So I was really proud of that one.
Inappropriate.
Gideon actually wheels back, dodges out of the way of the club, looks at you for reassurance, and then pierces the guy in with the longsword. He actually hits, rolling for
Oh, shit.
4 damage. So he pierces into this guy. One's taken 7 damage, one's taken 4. So excellent. So they are damaged, and the one in the middle finishes tying off and jumps over the circle of the praying ones and enters the fray. But you're up next, Moscow.
Awesome. What do the guys say to me? You're not going to interrupt this?
Yes, he said, "You will not interrupt the ritual."
I'll say, "Yes, we will." And then I'll hit him with the moonsicle. Oh, it doesn't hit. But I rolled a 10.
Is there any plus to that?
Oh, no, I rolled 2 plus 8.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. He dodges back out of the way as you swing the moonsicle at him, and he goes, "No, you won't." And he comes back at you with a hit with the club. That's a 14 to hit.
That misses.
Yeah, you just bring up your arm and just dodge it out of the way. This weakling can't hit. They start shouting at each other like, "We must stop them, brother. We must." And the other one takes a swing at Gideon for a 12. So that's going to miss too. And Gideon's like, "I'm really starting to like this violence."
Oh no, what have I done?
And Gideon is going to attack back with his long sword there. He goes, "I'm really starting to like this violence." And then he goes to bring up the long sword and stumbles forward and almost trips over onto it and catches himself, and he goes, oh, it's heavier than I thought. And the next one is the third cultist who has entered the fray. He's going to run up to you, Moscow, and make another attack with his club, and that's going to be a 21 to hit.
That'll do it, yeah.
For 9 bludgeoning damage as he bats it across your forehead.
Ah!
He goes, "You little bastard." Next up, it's your turn.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Well, I get 2, so I'll go for the guy I was attacking first up. That's 13 to hit.
13 will hit.
Okay, well, I'm going to blast him in the face then.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, that's 4 damage.
4 damage. You whip back and you see this guy's eyes glow with the fire of his conviction of his ritual sacrifice as he lurches forward, and you just instinctively blast out an Eldritch Blast, and it's like a sawn-off shotgun just blows off his head with his jaw hanging there, and he slumps to the ground, falls into the water. The chanting continues.
And Moscow, after doing that, goes, "Ah!" and then points at the other guy for the second one. Oh, that's a 25 to hit.
Oh shit, that'll hit.
And that's 6 damage.
Oh, man.
6 damage for Which one? The new guy?
Yeah.
Excellent. It takes a big chunk out of his. It blasts him in the shoulder, does a huge damage. He's still standing. He clambers back up to his feet. And the second guy with Gideon makes another attack on him. He hits the club onto Gideon's breastplate. And Gideon reels back and goes, ah. And he goes, oh, I guess this armor is good for something after all. And and then he returns his attack with the long sword there. He gets hit in the armor and it doesn't take any damage, and then goes, well, let me have a go. And then just pierces the longsword slowly through his mouth into the back of his head and kills him.
Oh, this guy.
He's messed up.
Yeah.
And he's just got a vicious smile as he does that. Next up is the third cultist enforcer who is up with you, Moscow, and he's going to make that attack on you again. The chanting continues in the background as he hits down with the club, whacks it across your cheek for 8 damage.
Dang.
The speed of the chanting starts to increase. Domination there, and the girl tied to the pillar starts writhing and appears like she's feeling some sort of discomfort. Next up is you, Moscow.
Alrighty. Well, I'm not having a good time with that. I'm going to... I wonder if these guys are magical. That seems about right. Is Gideon fighting anyone at the moment?
No, not right now. Yes. No.
Okay. I'm going to use a second level shatter on the guys in the middle there.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck yeah, they would all be within the circumference for that.
So Constitution save of 15.
Okay, I will go ahead and make those. Wow, that's 4 fails.
Yes, that's what we like to hear.
There's so much mathing for this bit.
So that is 5 fails in total.
Oh shit! I got a roll.
Ooh.
Okay, it is second level. So 3d8. That was a 7. That's 2, 9, and that's a 5. So 14 damage on all of them.
Oh my god!
Shit.
Just wipe them all out.
The 5 figures chanting prostrate, causing this girl's skin to burn inside her. This noise.
Could have done it a bit quicker.
This noise erupts through the chamber as their bones and flesh shatter and are eviscerated as they fall to humps of steaming flesh in robes upon the ground.
Jesus, that's graphic.
The pillar shatters and the relic falls to the ground as the girl, still alive, somewhat damaged, also falls to the ground. And Gideon looks at you and says, "What the fuck? What the absolute fuck, my man? That's insane."
Stay focused. Kill this other guy.
Oh,
I think there's one more left, right?
okay, yes. Whatever you say, my lord. And he is going to run up to the guy with you, and he screams out loud as he charges him. Oh, and he just hits for Gideon. Screams as he runs up to this guy. These 5 bodies just explode around. He runs through the mist of blood, brings up his longsword, runs over, trips on a rock, and falls forward, bringing the longsword through this guy's crotch, pinning him to the ground and killing him.
Oh, that is not a nice way to go.
How do you ask that?
Yikes.
And the relic falls to the ground into the water, but still in sight there. All the enemies have been dispatched as Gideon's trying to collect himself, and the girl's there sort of letting out a painful wail as she fell down. What do you do now?
Gideon, get up. Go and help the girl.
Well, should we just leave? We did it.
She's in trouble. Look, this is your time. Finally,
Okay, yes.
you can save someone.
Fine. All right. Yes. And he sort of saunters over to the girl, picks her up, and he goes, "All right, come with me, poor person." You can just
And
don't touch my cravat.
and as he's holding the girl, Moss goes over to him and puts his hand on his shoulder and says, "See what you could have been doing the whole time? Isn't this so much better?"
Well, now that you say it, I suppose it does feel pretty. I guess it. No, I'm sorry. I'm so scared. Okay, what do you want from me now? Can I leave?
Hey. And with my hand still on his shoulder, I go, "You need to go back to the town and take this girl to safety."
Oh, okay. Sure. Yes. All right. Look. Yes. And then you and me are squaresies.
Yeah. I still think you should go back and kill that troll that you were talking about. You remember the one? Is the one you said you killed?
I'm not gonna kill a fucking troll.
Well, I saw some pretty good moves today.
Well,
But you need to but as long as you get this girl back to the town, and Moscow's going to use prestidigitation on himself and make his eyes glow and make his voice sound sort of a lot bigger than it is. Look him in the eyes and go, "You get her back to town. You get her safe, and you stay on this path. I'll be watching."
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll an intimidation with advantage, or persuasion with advantage.
That's 23.
Yeah, 23. So you say that.
And then he's just sort of like pushes him towards the entrance of the cave.
Yeah. You say that, and you see Gideon swallows deeply and goes, "You show me something today, dwarf. I'll see what I can do. No promises. But look, there is something to this whole hero act. Maybe I can take it on full time." And he grabs the girl and goes, "Come on, poor ugly thing, let's go."
Oh, Jesus. Should have killed him.
And Gideon takes the girl and leaves the cave.
Moscow throws up.
Yeah.
Into his
lot.
beard again.
He throws up a lot this time. It's like, man, he's been channeling this dwarf must have some guts, but Moss is like shaking.
Yeah.
He's like all pale and clammy, and he goes over to investigate the relic, like pick it up and have a look at it.
Absolutely, yeah. You go over, you pick up the relic, your hand starts wavering, flashing between the dwarf's thick hand and Moscrow's hand. The noise of the dripping in the cave starts to swell and echo, and the walls start melting and all of a sudden flashing starlight. And you three are shot through this void of space as starlight and shifting colors. And all of a sudden, you spat out back into the chamber, through the mirror, into the room where you left.
Oh, God. Moscow? Moscow! I run over and just pick up Moscow and just give him the biggest bear hug. His feet are not on the ground.
Moscow is throwing up.
I don't care. Oh, God. I thought I'd lost you, man. Oh.
What am I, fucking chopped liver? I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
You were always going to be fine. Get over here.
Why does it smell like vomit? Oh, my God.
Pick Rhey Toon up and just hold her face pressed right into my armpit. Just bear hugging both of them. It's okay. I missed you guys too.
All of a sudden, a tiger baboon is spit out of the mirror, rolls across the ground, snarls, and then yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
And that's where we're going to end the session.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, shit.
So stressful.
That was so
Oh,
good.
my God. Mossy's such a hard ass. What he used to be.
Hopefully you can channel some of that dwarf in the future.
That was awesome.
thanks for joining us for episode 17 in Campaign 1, the Dash Action Tales of Betshal podcast. Your players today were Gordon Grundy as Tarun, Ben Simpson as Moscow Lyle, myself, Jessica Darcy-Whiteley as Rhey, and our incomparable DM was Lewis Power. If you want to find out what other questionable merchandise ideas we come up with, be sure to join us for our next episode. Remember, they land every second Thursday. Thanks for listening and have a wonderful day.
Anyway,
To put on the backpacks. Yes.
So
The recording.
you, you fucking goons, listen to me.
Sorry, Dad.
Yes, my lord.
No, you hand.